So, this is going to be a little bit of a divisive topic, and my thoughts on artificial intelligence are evolving on a pretty daily basis. So, I'm going to be as diplomatic as possible as I kind of broach this topic, but I do want to portray my thoughts as they lie right now because I'm starting to get a little bit more confident in them, due to my interaction with artificial intelligence as of late. And yeah, I just thought I'd make a video about it. So, as the video states, I used AI in 2 or 3 of my shorts like a week and a half ago. I'm really new to shorts, not really my thing, but everyone was saying that that's the primary way to reach people, so I tried it. I didn't really know what to do, so I just took little clips of me drawing and pieced them together with music from like the YouTube studio and text-to-speech generated by artificial intelligence. So yeah, I haven't used obviously any AI in my creative process in any way, and I never would. But I used it for like the text to speech, just because you can hear my voice. I'm not really gifted with a profound voice, and I didn't want to record the lines myself because I just didn't think that they sound good, and I didn't feel great about it. I didn't feel great about it at the time. I haven't made YouTube shorts since because I haven't felt great about it, and now I definitely don't feel great about it. I don't like it. I have a poem on my channel. It's called Isolation, and I love the poem. I had so much fun writing it. I wrote it when I was overseas, and it was one of the first things that I wanted to post on my channel. And I really wanted to give it life, so I hired a voice actor to read the poem. It cost me a couple $100, and the work that this guy put into creating this poem and to reading it was so phenomenal, and it made me so happy, and I was so proud when he sent it back to me. And that's the first and only time I've ever hired a voice actor for anything. I was actually really unfamiliar with like the art form. But every like subsequent time, like I've used like text to speech in 2 of these little shorts, I just kind of felt like I was taking away from him and like that community. And so I'm not going to do it anymore. Like that might be like a very overly guilty conscience, and I guess maybe that's okay because I don't feel good about it. I'm sure that those guys are fighting for their life to preserve that art form in the face of this new wave of technology. And I don't want to be part of the reason that it gets taken away. And it's kind of hard because like the argument that I could make is that either way, I'm probably not paying them for my short form content because I just can't afford it. Like I can't afford to pay voice actors for every time I want to post a short. So therefore, either I use AI or it just doesn't happen at all. But I'm at the point where I'd rather it just doesn't happen at all. Like I can find a new way to do shorts. And again, this is very inconsequential in the grand scope of things, at least on its face, but it's more of a matter of principle for me. I certainly don't want to use artificial intelligence in any form of creative process for like the writing of my novels or my artwork. But it's evolved to more than that, to where if I'm going to pretend to respect myself as an artist, then I have to respect everybody else and their craft too, even if I'm unfamiliar with it. So because of that, I've decided that like, no, I'm not gonna do that anymore. If I do shorts somehow, I'm gonna figure out another way to do it. Maybe I just won't have expositions from my novel in it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna take down the ones that I have posted already. And if you use AI, this isn't a critique on you. If like you're super into like all of the new tech coming up, I'm not really trying to start a fight. I'm not trying to throw stones at anyone. This is just my worldview, and this is the way that I'm moving as an artist. And I think, again, we can have a dialogue about that all the live long day. I'm happy to do so. That's just kind of where I sit. And now, like that leads me into a bigger and broader conversation about just what AI is being marketed towards. And I just don't think that any of it is good, and I mean any of it. There's a lot of people that say that some of it's really inconsequential. I think that we agree as a community, like not even artistic community, but just as human beings, we agree that, just replacing artists altogether with AI isn't a good thing, unless you're like a really, really hyper consumer kind of person, in which case, I could have a conversation about that all the live long day. But for the most part, it's even some of the stuff that like these larger corporations are marketing it towards, like Grammarly now is the whole big thing is like, we're going to prompt you to get your, I guess, creative juices flowing. We're going to give you prompts to write about. If you don't know how to write a sentence, don't worry about it. We're just going to write it for you, and you can make edits to the sentence. And I just think that that's so destructive. And there's a lot of people more on the academic side of things that aren't really into creative writing that love it. It's a lifesaver. But I think that it's extremely dangerous. And I think that the people that take writing seriously as an art form aren't going to conform to that. But I think that the issue that we will run into is the people that don't take it seriously are going to really saturate the market with soulless things that they've created to make a buck. I mean, we've already seen it start to happen. My favorite online press had to shut down their open submissions for 2025 for short stories because it got so flooded with, AI that they were so afraid of awarding the winner to an AI story that they just scrapped it altogether, which was actually really, really sad for me to see. And they basically said, like, until further notice, until we can fix this problem, we're just not going to run this contest anymore. And I think it's just so detrimental. I think it's detrimental to society as a whole and to like the art community, but I think it's really detrimental to individual human beings, man. Like I think that it is stifling our imagination so severely, and it's just frustrating. It's not really frustrating because I'm competing against it. Like I don't really care about that aspect of it, but I really do believe that it's killing us and it's killing our imagination, and I don't want to be a part of it. I do not want to be even a little bit of it, even if it's a fight that I can't win. If I'm swimming against, the riptide, then okay, that's fine. Then at least I'll go down fighting. I'll be dragged out to sea against my will. And, back, I had to, I think it's a pretty ordinary thing for, at least it used to be a pretty ordinary thing for like artists to get a lot of references and a lot of references, and for lack of a better term, off of like Pinterest. I deleted my Pinterest a while ago because I started drawing off of AI images and I didn't even know it. I was using AI as a reference and I didn't even know it until I got a little bit more of an eye for it a couple years ago when it was a new thing. It's easier to tell it apart now just because I've like learned how to tell it apart, but I would just scroll past it and just before I knew it was a problem, and I would be like, hey, this is kind of cool. Like I'll use this jacket as a reference, or I'm drawing things from a different age, so it's an age that I'm not familiar with, so I'll like Google, 1700s attire, 1600s attire, and sometimes I'll get really authentic things, but, sometimes I'd get AI and I wouldn't even know, so I had to like really, really be hyper intentional about trying to not use that as a reference. And again, people are going to argue that that's just me being pretentious, and people are going to say that like I don't know, you could say anything about it, and I've thought a lot about where this comes from or if it's even justified, and I've landed on I think that it is, but again, my thoughts on artificial intelligence specifically within the context of artistic endeavors is evolving pretty rapidly every single day just as the technology evolves. And right now I'm kind of orienting until we can control it. And when I say we, I mean other people. I don't have the technical capacity or the intellectual capacity to understand a lot of this technology. When they can learn how to control it better, then I will dip my toe into the waters. But for right now, I'm just not going to use it in any capacity whatsoever. And obviously that means creative process, obviously drawing, obviously writing. I'm not going to touch it. I think that that's a no-brainer. But I mean anything. I don't want to use it for text-to-speech. Certainly anything audio. I don't want anything I touch with music to be a part of it. If I need to license an individual song, fine, I'll spend the $25 for it. It's not a big deal. It's going to be a little bit bigger of a hit to, like, out of my wallet to pay for voice actors to do specific things. Obviously my audiobook, but that was already an expense that I planned for a while ago. But individual audio clips for like YouTube videos, I'm going to need to learn how to navigate that. I'm happy to do it though. I think that it's the right way for me to go as an artist, and I think that it's the correct move for like this channel and the direction of my work. I think that we are losing so much in the face of artificial intelligence that until I can trust corporations and other people to use it responsibly, I'm just not going to use it at all. And you know, that's kind of where we're at. So I think that I will take down the shorts. I'm sorry if you enjoy them. I will probably post like the raw footage. The video of me drawing is still good. It's still like little strung together clips of me drawing, so I'll probably find a way to another way to use them and then repost them. But I'll do it in a different format. If like you were a voice actor and you're watching this, and you're a little ticked at me, I feel like that's fair. And I'm sorry, like I don't have the money to like support your craft right now in every endeavor. I definitely will for all of my poems that I post, but like I said, I can't do it for my short form content. And I really do think that the craft of voice acting is so cool, and I understand your plight against, I don't understand it, but I lament with your plight against like an industry that is very rapidly shrinking around you. And I want to do everything that I can to support it, which admittedly isn't much. I have very little influence, and it's like, this is my medium. It's not that, but I appreciate what the artists in that community have done for me thus far, and I really want to continue to orient towards helping them. Again, it's I understand that it might seem inconsequential, but it's just not for me, and it's not about this specific instance that I'm speaking of. More so, it's a matter of principle. It is a matter of principle, and so that's where we're at. That's where we're at with generative AI and my thoughts on it as we stand. Like I said, I could make a lot of videos rambling about how it's affecting society, not even from an artistic level, just interactions with human beings. I'm not going to do that right now. This video is already 13 minutes, so I'm going to cut it there. But thank you guys so much for listening. We're going to keep chugging along. Thanks, guys.